Several of you have been asking me to cover the biggest Tesla story this winter, which is the Model S that was driving down I-80 in San Francisco last Thanksgiving and then caused an 8-car pileup. And it has now been confirmed that the Tesla did have full self-driving enabled at the time of the crash. Thank you, Elon. Very cool. So the confirmation from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is what I was waiting on, because even though the driver of the Tesla said himself that full self-driving was enabled at the time of the crash, I didn't believe it when I first saw the surveillance footage. I seriously thought that the driver had screwed something up and he was just blaming full self-driving to try to get out of having to pay for the 8 cars that he ended up wrecking. But looking at this footage, what I thought happened at first was that the driver disengaged the full self-driving in the Tesla so that I guess he could have gone faster in the fast lane because he was also merging left at the same time, but he forgot that the car decelerates when you take it off of full self-driving, just like when you disengage cruise control and he didn't have his foot on the gas, or maybe he moved his foot to the brake thinking it was the gas and so that caused him to slow down. I think that the full self-driving speed limit is about 80 miles per hour, which sure, that's already above the posted speed limit in most places, but on some stretches of highway, cops either don't care or they aren't there. And if that's the case, you might as well do 120 in your fancy American car. So that's what I thought happened. I didn't think that full self-driving would ever do something as stupid as merge into the left lane while other vehicles are behind it and then brake. But sure enough, that's what we're looking at, folks. The full self-driving beta, it's out here doing dumber maneuvers than a woman who's driving with her knees while doing her makeup at the same time. Now, it turns out that this phenomenon of Teslas randomly braking when they shouldn't is not new. In fact, there's already a name for it called phantom braking. And when I searched this term up on YouTube, I found a video from October of 2020 by Bjorn Nyland, probably butchering that, but anyway, he made this long video talking about how serious of a problem it was more than 2 years ago. And he brought up a point very early in this long video that other manufacturers don't have this phantom braking issue as much as Tesla does. Even when you just search for the term phantom braking by itself, most of the results that you get are Teslas that are doing it. Okay, we have all of these different independent reports, all these different videos that people filmed on the highways of Teslas doing the phantom brake. Now, you might be thinking that Teslas are only having so many phantom braking problems because they're the only manufacturer out there that really has full self-driving, but that isn't true, at least not when it comes to self-braking, because lots of vehicles have automatic braking systems. In fact, if I had to guess, most vehicles that are manufactured after, I'll say like 2010, are going to have collision avoidance systems, which of course means that they're going to have automated braking, and in some cases I think they also have automated swerving, because those are the two main things you're going to do to avoid collisions. But almost every car commercial that I saw growing up was advertising collision avoidance. Like, that was a big thing that I just remember seeing on commercials for cars all the time. And sure enough, if we look up the collision avoidance system Wikipedia page, we can see all of these years here that the European New Car Assessment Program gave out awards to different manufacturers' automatic emergency braking features or systems. So Volvo, Mercedes-Benz, Honda, Volkswagen, Ford, Audi, all of those manufacturers had auto braking without phantom braking more than a decade ago. So clearly, the full self-driving beta setting on Teslas has some serious issues, especially when it comes to phantom braking. And like I've said before, I really just try to stay as far away from Teslas as I can when I see them out on the road, and I see them all the time in my neighborhood, especially now that the full self-driving beta is available to any Tesla driver that has, well, a compatible car and is willing to spend the $15,000 that it costs to get full self-driving, just that software installed. But you don't have to be in a special club anymore. That's how it used to be. Like, you had to jump through all these hoops and, I guess be buddies with somebody that works at Tesla to actually get full self-driving. No, now you just need money. So we're probably going to start seeing a lot more phantom braking accidents and other shenanigans from Tesla drivers using full self-driving because it's going to be out there more and more on the roads. And I don't think that we can actually put all of the blame for all of these full self-driving shenanigans on the drivers. I mean, sure, if they're doing something like sleeping while the car drives itself, or they just don't have their hands on the wheel, they're, I don't know, playing PlayStation or doing something goofy, then that's a big problem. Go ahead and throw the book at them. That's not okay. But even though I know, and probably most of you guys know, that full self-driving beta means it's going to have lots of bugs, it means it's not going to be stable, I can't expect everyone to have that level of tech literacy, especially around something like a car, which people really don't think of their cars as computers, but these days they kind of are. Like, if you saw my video from yesterday, you know that we have cryptocurrency influencers that are downloading malware from Google search ads, and then they're getting hacked for large portions of their net worth in current year. Not grandmas, crypto influencers are falling for this stuff. So I don't think that most people have the digital literacy to know that software that's in a beta stage is going to have lots of bugs and not be something that you should trust with your life. And this is made worse by the fact that Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, is always overhyping full self-driving. He was telling people that by 2020, full self-driving was going to be so good that your Tesla would start making you money. It would be able to function as an automated taxi while you're asleep or while you're working on the office. Heck, your Tesla's going to pay for itself. I'm practically paying you to buy a Tesla at this point. Go buy my Tesla. That's the way that Elon Musk was presenting it. But meanwhile, in reality, circa Thanksgiving 2022, full self-driving can't even drive safely on the highway in broad daylight with no traffic in front of it. Now, normally, I'm not in favor of more government regulations on businesses and technological development because that stagnates progress. But I think that something is going to end up happening as a result of all of this. Tesla is going to get what they fucking deserve, and they really do deserve some big, fat fines. It seems to me that Tesla is putting more effort into shutting people down that criticize full self-driving than actually making full self-driving work correctly. When I was researching for this video, I was skimming through some of AI Addict's videos on YouTube, who used to be an engineer that worked at Tesla, but he got fired for making, I think it was this semi-viral video in his own Tesla where the full self-driving system hit a pylon, like we can see here where it's driving. And then not that one, it almost hits that one, and then boom, it hits that one. And also, after Tesla fired him, they disabled the full self-driving in his vehicle. So that shows you the clear motive that Tesla had for taking these actions against him. Well, this time, the full self-driving isn't just hitting pylons or some other kind of inanimate object. It's hitting people. It's hitting people's children. It's hurting people's children. And it's causing traffic jams on major highways. So I guess we're going to see what happens next. What do you guys think the government is going to do? Or do you think they're going to hit Tesla with some fines and put blanket regulations on full self-driving? That's what I think is going to come out of this. But tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Like and share to hack the algorithm. Follow me on Odyssey, and have a great day.